Hi there everybody, this is David and welcome to new RPG news. We have a ton of stuff to talk about today, from a whole bunch of announcements from Square Enix to some delays which really suck, to some demos that are coming out and all sorts of different stuff in between, all sorts of great games coming out that I really do think that you will enjoy. But first up, a word from our sponsor. This is from On a Journey RPG over on the Steam, which does have a demo releasing on September 24th that you can play, and I will put links down in the video description for this game if you'd like to wishlist it, because I had a chance to play the demo and do that in early access, and I really enjoyed it. It's a whole lot of fun. This takes a lot of inspiration from Final Fantasy IX, The Legend of Dragoon, Suikoden, and it has turn-based battles and all this. You can kind of like see the future, go back into the past, and see what's going on as you are leading a rebellion against the evil empire. This is just turn-based, old school fun, and I really did enjoy it, and I think that you will too. And if you don't want to forget about it again, just go on down to their Steam page and wishlist it, and on the 24th you will be able to play the demo, and you'll see what's so great about it. It has like these animated cutscenes and everything. It is a whole bunch of fun. NIS America announced the PAX West 2024 lineup of Phantom Brave the Lost Hero, The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak 2, and more. Well, what's more than those games? We've got Reynatis coming up, and we have Ys 10 Nordics coming up. All these games are coming out this year or early next year. Reynatis is coming out this fall. Same thing with Ys Nordics coming out very soon, and early next year we got Trails Through Daybreak 2, as well as Phantom Brave the Lost Hero. But the real reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm actually in an article by Gamatsu. I can't even stand it. Here at the bottom, tucked away in the fine print, it says NIS America will also host a panel called NIS America's Wild World of JRPGs, The Power of Stories, featuring me, Just the Gems, and Cameron Hawkins on August 30th at 2 o'clock Pacific time. One of the most appealing aspects of JRPGs are the stories that they tell. But what types of JRPG stories are there, and what makes them so good? Come join our panel discussion to learn more. Yeah, let's talk about some stories. And if you're at PAX West, you better be there. Be there or be square. I want to see all of you. I want to see all of you. So yeah, this is so exciting for me. I can't believe that I've been going through Gamatsu articles for a year and a day, and now I'm actually in one. I'm dying here. There's an Atlas exclusive Metaphor ReFantasio live stream set for August 29th. It is the World Tour Edition. So I guess, you get to see the world and everything else like that. That looks really cool. It's happening at 5 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, that's a whole lot of fun. 8 a.m. Eastern time. You will be able to watch it on YouTube in English or Japanese. It says it will introduce the journey aspect of the fantasy RPG Metaphor, which is coming out on October the 11th for the PS4, PS5, Xbox, and PC. But you know what I'm going to be doing on August 29th? I'm going to be flying to Seattle for PAX West to talk about some stories. And now for something that a lot of people have been waiting for, because a lot of people still don't have a PS5, and like the one game that they want for the PS5 is Final Fantasy 16. Well, guess what, folks? It's launching for the PC on September 17th, and there is a demo now available. Look at that. It's going to be costing $50 for the base game. However, there will be a complete edition that includes the base game and the DLC of Echoes of the Fallen and the Rising Tide, which will be available for $70. A demo featuring the opening section of the game is available now, and save data can be carried over into the full game. So if you don't have a PS5 and you weren't able to play this game whenever it came out, now is your opportunity. Do not miss, the latest installment of the Final Fantasy series. And I made a video on this earlier in the week, so if you want to go really in-depth on this, you can go back and watch that video. And it was very popular too. It hit #1 as well. So y'all seem to really like the Saga series, considering that my Final Fantasy VII video hit a #9, which kind of sucks. But hey, Saga #1, I'll take it. Anyway, Romancing Saga Minstrel Song Remastered International version is announced for the PS4, PS5, and Nintendo Switch. due out physically and digitally early in 2025. We didn't get a physical edition of Emerald Beyond. Actually, we haven't gotten a physical edition of Saga in quite some time, I must say. But now we're getting these physical editions. We're getting Romancing Saga and Romancing Saga 2 in physical editions. We already know that Saga Frontier 2 is also going to be coming out as well, because the producer himself literally said that it's going to be coming out as well. We don't have anything else about that, but we do know that it's coming, and more than likely also physically. So that is really cool. So this has some different stuff along with it. You know, you get a collector's edition, the deluxe edition, comes with all this different stuff. I went over everything that it came with in the dedicated video that I did about it, but I did want to go over exactly what the differences are, because there was a lot of confusion in the first video. People were confused upon what the deal was with this game. So I just want to really focus in on this. It says that it has a brand new localization, has never before been localized into French, German, Italian, or Spanish. So brand new localization. Obviously, there's English too. There's a high definition graphical update. Shiel, Marina, Monica, and Flamar can now be recruited. Enhanced and more difficult bosses, a high speed mode, mini maps, and a new game plus mode. If you already purchased this game on the PC a couple of years back and, you know, you only speak English, then you probably don't need this. If you want it physically, then grab it. If you're European and English isn't your first language and you want to play this in your first language, then grab it. Now is the opportunity. They're trying to expand the Saga series in the West. They're trying to do that. And also, these collector's editions are limited. There's only 1,000 copies being made of these collector's editions. So if you want a rare game in your collection, this is it. I'll include links to this as well. Visions of Mana has a final trailer, the latest details and screenshots. Very, very cool. If you can't get enough of Mana like me, then you're going to want to watch this trailer. It says that new information is available, including the characters of Orin, Liza, and Daphilos, Benevodon monsters Zabel Far and Besseroth, elemental vessels in exploration and battle, other friends and allies, and field trials. And then it just goes over the story. It goes over the various characters and all that kind of stuff. We saw him in the demo earlier. He was on the boat. She looks new. This is a Benevodon that we fought before, like in Trials of Mana and the Secret of Mana. So those are back as well. Different characters, all that kind of cool stuff. So at this point, like, if you're not buying Visions of Mana on the 29th, then I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're watching this, because, man, Mana, I love Mana. We have some more news on Life is Strange Double Exposure with a Powers Unveiled trailer. Let's go ahead and look into this. Let's see. In addition to exploring Max Caulfield's newly evolved power to shift between two parallel timelines, the deep dive also focused on her new Pulse ability. Pulse allows Max to glimpse the opposite timeline before jumping on through, since danger isn't limited to just one timeline. With Pulse, Max can also overhear conversations happening on the other side, which is the perfect supernatural tool for an amateur sleuth. Max will need to use both aspects of her new powers to solve her friend Safi's impossible murder. As Max shifts back and forth between the two increasingly different timelines, her power allows the player to complete unique puzzles, navigate complex campus social dynamics, and explore all the mysteries that Cowlon University has to offer. This year is coming out for the PS5, the Xbox, and PC on October 29th, and it is also getting a Switch release. We just don't know when, it's just at a later date. So yeah, if you're interested in Life is Strange, please let me know. This series is kind of new to me. I've never gotten into the first game, but it does look cool, and I just want to know how y'all feel about this series. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection demo is now available. You will be able to play the beginning portions of each game. The demo is out for the PS4, the Xbox, and the PC, as well as the Nintendo Switch. It says here the demo allows players to play the beginnings of both Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth and Attorney Investigations 2 Prosecutor's Gambit, and save data can be transferred over to the full game whenever it does launch, so you're not wasting your time. Both games have been given the full high-definition treatment, including all new designs for the chibi characters. Classic pixel art style is also available for those who like a more retro vibe. Autoplay and story mode have also been added. Autoplay will progress the dialogue for you, while story mode will solve even the toughest puzzles on your behalf. Perfect perfect for those who just kind of want to sit back and enjoy a good mystery, and it says you can turn off the story mode on and off at any time. So I imagine that like you would try to play it yourself, and if you're like really stuck, then you're like, screw this, let me turn on story mode. Okay, there we go, there's the puzzle, it's done, and then you turn it off. That's at least how I would do it. This is coming out for the PS4, Xbox, Switch, and PC on September 6th. And we have another demo available, this time for Card NCL, launching on September 4th for the PC and September 5th for the Nintendo Switch. Let's see, right. It says the demo will feature 2 main dungeons from the full game, as well as 1 tutorial dungeon, and just like the previous demo, save data from the game can be carried over to the full game whenever it does launch. So what is this? It says that it's a card battling roguelite RPG featuring over 300 unique cards and 50 vocal songs. Players take control of Neon, a private detective who specializes in solving cases that take place in a virtual net. He must restore order to an in-development game that's under attack by countless characters leaking from other games across history. And this is coming out on October 24th for the PS4, PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC. Well, after all that good news, we have to have some balance here and some bad news. This is unfortunate. Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, has been delayed to an unannounced date. It was going to be out on October 10th. It is no longer out on October 10th. It says it will be available for the Switch, with other platforms so far undecided. So yeah, that kind of sucks. And you know what else sucks is that like it's level 5. And level 5, they released a whole bunch of games back in the day, and then they left the Western market, and then it continued over in Japan. We just didn't get their games. So then they were like, hey, you know what, we're coming back to the West, and now they're delaying their games, and it just doesn't look, all that good. I hope that they stay solvent. I hope that they stay in the West. I hope that this isn't them getting cold feet and being like, no, we're just going to stay to Japan. You know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully they've already, started the localization and everything. I mean, it was going to be coming out in just a couple of months anyway. So hopefully this isn't like a really bad harbinger of things to come, and we do get it. As they say, a rushed game is bad forever, but a delayed game will eventually be good. And yet another delay. This is Tales of Iron 2 Whiskers of Winter has been delayed to February of next year, but we did get a new trailer for this. This is a medieval adventure RPG that was previously planned to release this year. Now it's moving over to February, and it's going to be coming out for the PS4, PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC. I'd never heard of this game before, so I figured many of you probably haven't heard of it either, so I figured that I'll tell you about it. Might as well bring it up anyway. It says, after the bloody conclusion of the original Whiskers of Winter, okay, I didn't know that was the first game. It sees Arlo embark on a violent quest of ruthless revenge against the Darkwing's onslaught, while introducing new fearsome monster hunting side quests against gigantic beasts. The young rat can also imbue his weapons with a range of new elemental effects and abilities, helping him slaughter foes standing in his way. Enhanced settlement mechanics allow Arlo to rebuild Rat's northern garrison of Winter's Edge, while its new protector explores new and distinct areas of the frontier home to a cast of critters, some to ally with, some to vanquish. It looks cute. Like, I saw the art style and everything, it looks really cute, and you're playing like rats and owls and stuff. Like, I just think it looks darling. So whenever I saw this, even though I had no idea what it was, I figured, it's cute, I'll bring it up. Roguelike action RPG Echoes of Mystralia has been announced for the PC. This is the follow-up to Mages of Mystralia. And speaking of games that I've never heard of, Mages of Mystralia, so there you go. A release date has not yet been announced. This is coming out for the PC only. It says, this is a roguelike action RPG that puts all the power in your hands. You create your spells, you refine your tactics, and you carve your own path. You play as Mazarim, the protector of the cycle of memories, and return to the magical world of Mystralia. Meet its inhabitants and confront the shadows of the past that haunt it. The memory of the world will guide you in your fight against the threats of oblivion. This is just another one that I just thought looked interesting, so I figured that I'd bring it up. It's a turn-based RPG! We must talk about it! This is Nameless Slay Dragon, coming out for the PC on September 26th. There will be a Switch version as well. We just don't know when. It just says at a later date. It says, fully developed and created by one man, the Nameless Sword Studio, over 3 years. It's an impressive in its visual presentation, along with the challenges that it offers with its stylized and sparkling visual effects. Nameless the Slay Dragon is a visually interesting turn-based RPG. In short, how to slay the immensely powerful and cunning evil dragon. You'll play as a young man having a bloody feud with a dragon and face powerful, sinister, and tricky enemies with your friends. I just saw this, I saw it was turn-based, I saw the art style, it looked really freaking neat. And again, I just like to bring up these kind of off-kilter indie RPGs, like to do what I can to help out the indies, you know what I mean? Flint, Treasure of Oblivion is launching on October 24th. We have a new trailer, a story trailer. This is coming out for the PS5, Xbox, and PC. And it says here, it's like a pirate tactical RPG or whatever. It says, prepare to embark alongside Captain Flint, his second-in-command Billy Bones, and his crew of old salts in search of a legendary treasure promising freedom and fortune. With its original narrative using traditional comic strips as a narrative medium, Flint, the Treasure of Oblivion invites players to immerse themselves in historically accurate pirate adventure spiced up with fantasy. I love these new art styles that you see nowadays, you know what I mean? Like, not everything has to be so cookie cutter. It's just really cool. I really like the direction, just just how everything looks so different. I really like that. Anyway, it says that this delivers adventure, but also strategic depth thanks to its turn-based combat mechanics, refreshing the genre's foundations by drawing on mechanics from role-playing and board games, notably through dice rolls. I guess they're taking a page out of like Baldur's Gate 3 or whatever. Like, just the art style, it looks so different. You have this like tactical combat where it looks like really realistic or whatever, and then it goes into like these like Dick Tracy sort of comic book things. It just looks neat. Nothing makes me feel older than knowing that I played the very first Civilization on my computer whenever I first got my computer in like 96, 97, something like that. And it was like little squares that you moved around, and the whole screen was black, and it was like a fog of war sort of thing, and you moved your little square, and then you like slowly, I don't know, showed the world, and you could choose, do you want to like do like a real Earth? Do you want like a randomly generated map or whatever? And there was different civilizations. Anyway, I had a whole blast playing the very first Civilization. Now we're up to Civilization 7, launching on February the 11th of next year. And it does not look like little square blocks in a black screen fog of war. It looks much different. Coming out for the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch, PC, lots of, pretty much every single freaking system, my god. It says, with the introduction of revolutionary new features such as ages, the ability to select leaders and civilizations independently to mix and match gameplay bonuses, a beautiful new art style, and more, this promises to be true to our goal of bringing the ultimate historical strategy game. I have not played a Civilization game since really the first one. I remember I got the first one, and then I really liked it. I liked it a lot. And then when I went out and I bought Civilization 2 Alpha Centauri, and I didn't like it. It was like, I don't know, too futuristic or whatever? I don't know. And I went right on back to the very first Civilization, and I like hardly ever touched Alpha Centauri. And then I just never continued with the series after that. But I saw this and I'm like, wow, that's a blast of the past. Sky Ocean Wings for Hire is launching on October 10th. It says, lad, I don't know, lad? Don't you mean lead? Lad, a ragtag crew of sky pirates in this turn-based RPG. It must mean lead. Anyway, coming out for the PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC on October 10th. Centuries have passed since the Great Scattering, a cataclysmic event that shattered the surface of the planet, throwing large portions of land towards the skies and destroying most of the human civilization in the process. Remnants of the planet are still found within the atmosphere, where humanity has formed new tribes and adapted to live up in the skies. You take on the role of Glenn Windwalker, a young and tenacious captain who yearns for exploration as he's thrust into an adventure of a lifetime. Command your air fleet through the boundless expanse of sky oceans, traversing awe-inspiring locales as you undertake diverse missions and challenges. Discover concealed treasures and precious resources along the way, guiding your journey to new heights of adventure and exploration. This is a spiritual successor to Skies of Arcadia, which I loved, and it has like Studio Ghibli inspired visuals and everything. Like, this looks really freaking fantastic, and I cannot wait to try this one out. I kind of thought that this was already on Xbox, but who knows? I don't own an Xbox, so I don't really know. But Genshin Impact is coming to the Xbox on November 20th. It says this is a surprise release, and I'm surprised that it wasn't already on there, but whatever. Apparently it's already on the PS5, the PS4, the PC, the iOS, the Android, everything else, just not on Xbox. But now it is on November 20th. So if you're into this game and you have an Xbox, play it there. And in our final story of the news, the Pokemon trading card game Pocket launches on October 30th. It's baby's first Gatcha! Actually, my first Gacha game was Magic the Gathering, you know? So all these people who go on about Gacha, like, did they not play trading card games? Did they not play Magic the Gathering? I did in high school, and I turned out just fine. It says that this is coming out for the iOS and Android on October 30th worldwide. You can collect cards every day. You can open 2 booster packs every day at no cost to collect Pokemon cards featuring heartwarming illustrations from the past, as well as all new cards exclusive to this game. Immersive cards, a brand new kind of card, make their debut here. With new illustrations that have a 3D feel, immersive cards will make you feel like you've slept into the world of the card's illustration. You can use binders or display boards to showcase your cards and share them with the world, and you can enjoy casual battles during quick breaks in your day. Speaking of Magic the Gathering, I remember that there was a Magic the Gathering computer game. It wasn't that good. Like, I got into Magic whenever Mirage was out, and Ice Age, and Alliances, and Visions, and Homelands, and all those cards were out in, like, I don't know, 96, somewhere in there. And then I got the computer game for it, and it only went up to, like, 4th edition. So, and then, like, everything that was banned was already banned, so there wasn't any, like, Time Twisters or anything else like that. There wasn't, like, any Ancestral Recalls in there. It was pretty much just 4th edition, so I was like, oh, this kind of sucks. I wish that they would update it. But, yeah, playing these card games on computers, it wasn't that bad, although I preferred playing them in person, because that, to me, is just kind of like the fun of it, you know? You go to the comic book store at nighttime, you get your sodas, you have your chips or whatever, and then you kick people's asses because you dominate in Magic the Gathering, or at least I did. It was great. Anyway, that's it for the news this week. Hope you all enjoyed it, and as always, have a good day.